Hi everybody, it's Martina here, and today I am here to talk about our theme of our budding actors and theatre makers class, and today we are going to be working on improvisation. Okay, improvisation is a very fancy word, quite sometimes hard to say. Can you repeat after me? Improvisation. Improvisation. So, improvisation is, as I say, a big fancy word which really just means making stuff up. So, let's get started. Okay, so as we now know, the theme for our class today is improvisation, which really means making things up, having no rehearsal, just going with the first thing that comes to our mind. Our first task today is called Any Letter Will Do. So, what I need you to get is any book from your house that has words in it. Okay, a book that you can go through like this, okay, and I'm going to ask you to stop at any point and stop, okay. You're going to open the page and you're going to pick the first letter that jumps out at you, okay. So the first letter that's jumped out at me is the letter T, okay. With that letter I'm now going to pick a word, so I'm going to say the word that comes to mind when I think of the letter T is top. Okay, top, T-O-P. Now, what my challenge is to put that word into a sentence, okay? So let me think. I'm going to say, it's on the top shelf, okay? So I've took the letter T, I thought of a word that begins that letter, top, and I put in a sentence. My next challenge, or my next level of the challenge, is to think of what character would say that. So, it's on the top shelf. Oh, I'm going to say that would be a shop assistant, someone that works in a shop, would say to a customer, oh, that's on the top shelf. Okay, so next time you open the book, you pick a different letter. So let's do one more example. I'm going to pick the letter F. F stood out at me first. So let's think of a word that begins with F. Far, okay, F-A-R. And let me now think of putting that in a sentence. Okay, I'm going to say, oh, it's very far away. Let's do it. Let's say that again together. Oh, it's very far away. That was the sentence I came up with. Okay, so what character would say that? I'm going to leave up to you. Write below in the comments who you think could say, it's very far away. Okay? So send in who you think it is and have fun now with your book, picking a letter, picking a word and making a sentence. You are improvising and making up a sentence on the spot, which then gives you a brand new character, okay? So once you have a sentence, you can begin a brand new scene with your new sentence. Have fun! Our next improvisation activity is called the yes-no game. And this game can be played either with one person or with two, okay? I'm going to show you how you can play it just by yourself to begin with. So, what you're going to do is you're going to pick a word. I'm going to pick the word yes, okay? The word yes, and I'm now going to take that word yes and say it 3 different ways. So I might say, yes, 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 okay? So I'm using the same word and saying it in 3 different ways. And what I was doing there was I was just doing it on the spot. Improvising. So I wasn't putting any rehearsal into it. I hadn't thought before what I was going to do. I was just performing it in 3 different ways on the spot. This is a really good game to also help you with your emotions and with character work. So you could perhaps do it this time like 3 different characters. So I might say, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so there I had maybe a friendly teacher or a friendly waitress, then I had an old lady, and then I had a cowgirl. Okay, so you can then pick the characters or emotions that you're going to say your word 3 different ways. You can take a book like in the previous task and file your way through the book and pick any word you see and then work on saying that in 3 different ways. Or if you get really good, you can pick a sentence and say a sentence in 3 different ways. How you play this game with another person is you each have a line or word to say and you perform it taking turns. So for example, if my line was where are you and my partner's line was I'm here, my first way of saying it could be where are you? My partner might say I'm here. Then I might say where are you? And they might say, I'm here. And then finally, my third way, I could say, where are you? And they could say, I'm here. Okay, so once again there I was using emotion to show how different words and different sentences can be said in a variety of ways, and this will really help you with improvising and bouncing off another person to just think on the spot and just perform without rehearsing anything, but using different emotions and different characters to portray a different story, because each time it's said differently you have a brand new story to tell. How you say things really can change the scene. So yeah, we hope you enjoy these activities and let us know how you get on in the comments.
Hi everyone, it's Hannah, and to start off today we are going to get our faces and our voices warmed up, okay? I just want you to start off by giving your face a little massage. Just give it a rub, and I want you to really rub around your jaw, try and get any tension out that's around there. Fabulous. And now I just want you to pout your lips and get your finger, and you're just going to run your finger along your lips like this. Fabulous. Now I want you to open your mouth as wide as you can. And now this way. And now make a circle with your mouth. And all three. Fabulous. Now we're going to add in some sound like this. Ah, your turn. Ah, and now this way. E, your turn. E, and now this way. Ooh, fabulous. Let's try that all together. Ah, E, ooh. Great. Now I want you to imagine you're a lion. You're going to open your mouth as wide as you can and your eyes as wide as you can, like this. And now you're a little tiny mouse, and you're going to scrunch your face up nice and small. Lion, mouse, lion, mouse. Fabulous. Now just give your shoulders a little roll for me. And the other way. Good. Bring your shoulders up to your ears. And drop. And again. And drop. And now I just want you to roll your head around and back the other way. Fabulous. Okay. Now I want you to take your finger and imagine we've got a scale going from high to low. Okay? Are you ready? My turn first. Ow. And then from the bottom. Your turn. Let's try that together. From the top. Ow. And again. Fabulous. Now let's try that again with our E sound. Are we ready? From the top. E. And from the bottom. E. And again with our O sound. Are we ready? Ooh. And from the bottom. Ooh. Fabulous. Now our voices and faces are all warmed up. We can move on to getting our bodies warmed up. Okay, now that our voices and faces are warmed up, let's warm up our bodies. This is a really simple game. There's just 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each number has an action, which I'm going to show you now. And when I shout out that number, you just have to do that action. Simple. So number 1 is we're going to walk. Changing direction. I want you to imagine you're late for the bus or late for school. So a nice brisk pace. Number 2, we're going to freeze. But I don't want you to stand there. I want you to freeze dramatically. So lots of different dramatic poses every time you freeze. That's number 2. Number 3, we're going to do a nice big high kick like this. Hi-ya! So I want to hear you shouting out hi-ya and kicking really high. That's number 3. And number 4, you're going to give me a bit nice big star jump. Fabulous. Let's recap those numbers once more. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Hiya. And number 4. Okay, I'm going to play with you to start, and then I'm going to stop and see if you can remember the numbers. Are you ready? Number 1. Number 2. Number 1. Number 4. Number 1. Number 3. Hiya! Number 4. Number 2. Okay, let's see if you can do it without me. Are you ready? Number 1. Number 2. Number 1. Number 4. Number 1. Number 3. Number 4. Number 2. And relax. Well done, everybody. Now we're going to move on to another activity.
Hi guys, it's Jeff here and I'm back with a really cool new activity. This activity is called Sit, Lie, Stand. And what you have to do is in this activity is you have to become aware of your levels, your spacing, and making sure your character is doing the appropriate movements. So I'm going to be giving you some locations that you have to choose a character that would be in that location. And then after that you have to choose whether your character is sitting, standing or lying. For example, I could give you the location of a hospital and you could choose characters that would be in a hospital, which would probably be a doctor, a nurse, a patient, even a visitor. So with these characters, you have to decide your position. If I was a doctor, I would be standing up. If I was a visitor, I'd be sitting down. And if I was a patient, I'd be lying down. So I'm going to give you a quick example of how to do this activity. So when I'm being the doctor, I'm going to stand and the doctor is going to say, "I'm very sorry, miss, but your daughter's not going to make it." Okay? Now I'm going to be the visitor and the visitor is going to sit down. And the visitor is going to say, "Oh, I really hope she pulls through." Okay? And then you can lie down for the patient and the patient could say, "Oh, I don't feel so well." Okay? So guys, those are just a few examples of what you could do when you're sitting, standing and lying. And now you can choose different locations and use these characters and different characters to make up these scenes and really pay attention to whether your character should be standing, sitting or lying, because it will really help your character be believable. I really hope you enjoyed this activity, but I've got one more for you. So on to our next activity, and this activity is all about our senses. Our senses are tasting, hearing, seeing, smelling and feeling. And what you guys are going to do is you are going to pretend to use your senses, and I'm going to give you things that you have to use your senses for. The first sense I'm going to look at is tasting. And what you're going to do is you're going to pretend to taste a few things that I'm going to give you. The first thing you're going to pretend to taste is a very sour lemon. I really want to see your face, how sour it is. So really scrunch up your face. It's not nice when you're tasting a sour lemon. Wonderful. Now, let's taste your favourite food in the world. Let me see how happy you are when you taste it. You can even tell me your favourite food down below in the comments. Amazing. You can even rub your tummy because of how good it is. Okay, now you're going to taste something that tastes disgusting, something you don't like. And you may eat it. Oh, not very nice. Wonderful, guys. So the next sense we are going to look at is hearing. And you're going to pretend you hear a really loud noise. Oh, very loud, because sometimes it can make you jump. Then now we're going to pretend you hear someone really quiet and you can't make out what they're saying. So let me hear you. You look confused, you're like, speak up a bit. Great. And now let me see you hearing a really scary monster. What would you do? Would you be scared? Let me see everybody be scared. Great. The next sense we're moving on to is seeing. And let me see you seeing a friend you haven't seen for a very long time. What would you do? You go, oh, you maybe give them a wave, you maybe give them a hug. Let me see how excited you are to see someone you haven't seen in a long time. Now, let me see you see someone you don't like. Maybe, or something you don't like. You could look really annoyed. Even roll your eyes. Amazing. And let me see you see a scary monster. What would you do? I'd be scared. Amazing. Okay, the next sense we're going to look at is smelling, okay? And now I want to see you smell something really, really nice. Maybe like a baked pie or some cookies or something. Oh, that smells so, so good. Okay, now let me see you smell something really, really bad, like a nappy. Oof. Not very nice. Great. And the last sense we're going to look at is feeling. Let me see you feel something soft. Is it really nice? Maybe it's something like fur, really, really nice soft fur. Great. Now let me see you feel something spiky. Oh, ah, ow, very sore. Like a cactus. You don't want to touch a cactus, they're very, very spiky. Amazing. Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really hope you enjoyed today's activities and I'd love to see you next time. Thank you, bye.
Hi guys, I have a surrealism challenge for you. Now, what is surrealism when we're talking about art? What does that mean? The definition of surrealist art is art made from dreams. So I have selected 3 really interesting surreal pictures, and what I want you to do is I want you to create either a written story, so you can write one out, or an improvised piece from that picture. So you're going to look at the picture and you're going to think of a story. How did that picture happen? What happened before that picture? Who's the person in the picture? What's their name? How did they get there? Why are they doing the unusual thing that they're doing? This is what I want to know, okay? So here are your 3 pictures, and you can choose whichever one you think is the most interesting or whatever one sparks an idea the quickest. Sometimes I just look at something and I have an idea, run with that. Most times your first reaction is the best one. Hi guys, welcome back for another mindful moment. Now, we're going to focus on our breath today, and I want you to lie down on the floor or on the sofa, maybe on a bed if you think you can do that without falling asleep, and we're going to do a little meditation. So I'm going to give you a wee second to get comfy, because you don't have to look at me, you just have to listen to the sound of my voice. So I'll give you a little moment to do that now. Make sure you're nice and comfy. You're nowhere where you might get some pins and needles or your muscles might start to fall asleep. Okay, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think that around your feet is an elastic band. At the bottom of your feet is one part of the elastic band and it goes round your feet so that the top of the elastic band is at the top of your feet, and it is a super stretchy elastic band. Now, what happens when you get 2 ends of an elastic band and you pull really, 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 really tight and then you let go really fast? They snap, don't they? Now, we do not want our elastic band to snap because it's wrapped around our feet, and if it snaps, it might hurt us. So we have to be really, really careful with our elastic band. So I want you to visualize in your brain that you're taking hold of that elastic band that's around your feet. And when you breathe in, you're going to pull that elastic band right up to your chest. And then when you hold it there, you're going to hold your breath. And then slowly, definitely not quickly because we don't want it to snap, we're going to let it back down to our feet, and that's when we breathe out. So let's give that a go now. Breathe in, pull up your elastic band. Hold. And let it go really slowly. All the way back down to your feet. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. One last time with me. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Okay, if you want to do that a couple more times, just pause me and go through that again. In, hold, and out. Feel free to pause me and do that now if you would like. Okay guys, that was really, really great to get you focusing on your breath. Now, we're going to do a body scan. Now, what is a body scan? A body scan is you checking in with each part of your body to check how it feels. Okay? Now, we're not trying to change how we feel. We're not trying to make how we feel better or worse. My goodness, no. We're just checking in. The way we do in a class when we say, I'm checking in or I'm checking out. We're doing that, but with ourselves. So stay lying down where you are. And you can keep doing that, breathing in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. But I want you to really focus on the parts of your body that I'm talking about, okay? So get nice and comfy again. Close your eyes. I want you to put all of your focus and attention onto your feet. Are they cold? Are they warm? What can you feel touching your feet, and what part of your feet can you feel it touching? Is there any aches or pains or any tension in your feet? Maybe your feet are warm. Are your feet touching each other, or are they slightly apart? No answer is right or wrong. I just want you to notice how your feet feel. Spend this time focusing on your feet. Then we're going to move up to our ankles. Are your ankles cold or warm? Is there any tension in them? Are they sore anywhere? Are they leaning on what you're lying on, or is there space between them and what you're lying down on? I want you to spend a little time focusing on your ankles. Then we're going to go up to our calves. So that's underneath your knees, between your ankles and your knees. Are they cold or warm? Do you have tight clothing on, or is it loose? How does that affect how your calves feel? Are your calves touching what you're lying on? If so, where is touching and where's not? Are your calves touching each other, or is there space between them? Spend this time focusing on your calves. Now I want you to work up to your knees. Are your knees cold or warm? Is there any pains in your knees? Are they touching what you're lying on, or is there a space in between? Are your clothes tight around your knees, or are they loose? Are your knees touching each other? Spend this time focusing just on your knees. Now I want you to move up to your thighs, which is the top parts of your legs. Are they touching? Are there a bit of space between them? Can you feel what you're lying on? Are your clothes tight or loose? Are your thighs warm or cold? Just spend this time focusing on your thighs. Now we're going to move up to our tummies. Is your tummy cold or warm? Is it making any noises? Are your clothes tight or loose? Spend this time focusing on your tummy. Now we're going to go around to your lower back, just underneath your tummy. Can you feel where it's touching what you're lying on? Is it cold or warm? Is there any pains there? Are your clothes tight or loose? Now we're going to go up our back to where our shoulder blades are. Lots of people carry tension here in their shoulders. So I want you to spend a little moment now focusing on if you have any tension there in your back. Any pain? Are the muscles tight or are they relaxed? Are your clothes tight or loose? Can you feel what you're lying on? Are you cold or warm? These are all things I want you to notice now. I want you to travel down now to your hands. Are your hands cold or warm? Are they out flat or clenched? Can you feel what you're lying on? Are you touching the sides of your body? Take a moment to focus on your hands. Now we're going to move up our arms. Are your arms cold or warm? Do you have long sleeves on or short sleeves? Can you feel what you're lying on, touching your arm? On all of your arm or just parts? Just want you to take a moment to focus on your arms. We're going to go up now to our head. Is your head cold or warm? Can you feel what you're lying on? Is it the hard floor or is it a soft pillow? These are things you can notice too. Is there any pains in your head? Any tension? There's lots of parts of your head to notice. The back of your head, what you're lying on. The front of your head, where all your headaches come from. Your face. Your tongue in your mouth. Your throat and your neck. Lots of things to notice here. Once you've taken little mental notes of all of these parts of your body, I want you to visualize your whole self lying there on the floor, from your big toe right up to your head. And just be here, present, in this moment, and focus on your breath. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. And this time, I want you to take a big deep breath in, like you're pulling the air down from your feet, and you're pulling it up, 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 right into your head, and then letting it all out, like a big waterfall. So breathe in right up from your toes, big deep breath in. And then let it all out and just melt into the floor. Alright guys, I want you to fully relax. Enjoy this space that you're in. And once you've had a moment to really melt into the floor, wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Give your body a little shake. Maybe give yourself a little pat. Open your eyes and come to sitting up and say bye-bye. Bye guys. I hope that's made you feel really calm.